What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be the 2nd of January and of course we've got confirmed news to go through as well as the potential rumours. So just before we get started, if you enjoyed the video and enjoy transfers, make sure to show your support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome, greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press that subscribe button for more and press the bell notifications next to it so don't miss a video. Current schedule every day at 8 AM is a brand new video for transfers at UK time. And finally, the comment section below, what player so far has been the best summer transfer from the summer transfer window? Let me know down below. Now let's jump on to the very first player. In fact, the very first page is full of confirmed transfers and the first player is going to be Sam Menagerie. And he was in the SS episode as a confirmed deal as well. But at the point it wasn't really a done deal, but now it's all official. He signed a short-term deal, a 6-month contract, paying £80,000 per week for West Ham, and he was a free agent prior to that. And who knows, if he does well for the match, he gets game time, I imagine that 6-month deal will definitely be improved and maybe even turn to a couple of years. Next up we go on to Sanogo. He'll join Al Ittihad in the Saudi Pro League, that's for young boys in Switzerland, at a €7 million fee. Next in is going to be Akpoguma, a German centre-back, joining Hannover 96 from Hoffenheim as a loan deal for the rest of the season. Holgate has gone to West Brom in the Championship from Everton, again at loan deal like most is in this video. And the final on the page is Van La Parra going to Middlesbrough, also in the Championship, this time from Huddersfield, again loan deal. And now go on to page number 2, and the very first player is Mesut Ozil, who was in the SS episode, later move away to the Turkish Super League. And according to ESPN today, they're saying Arsenal's former German international midfielder Mesut Ozil, who's now 30, has ruled out a January loan move and is intent on winning his starting position back for Arsenal. And the thing about Mesut Ozil, he's definitely one of the best playmakers in world football on his day, but sometimes he can be a little bit inconsistent, but still does show glimpses every now and then. Like recently, the other day, that 3-ball to Kolasinac, not many players in world football can do that. Like literally only a handful of players can do that, and Mesut Ozil definitely one of those. And as for the transfer, do I think he'll leave? I can't see it just yet. And next up, according to AS, they're saying Real Madrid want to sign Real Betis left-back Junior Firpo as a successor to Marcelo, but face competition from Arsenal and Manchester City. Another story from ESPN is about Adrian Rabiot, who apparently is very close to joining Barcelona on a free transfer, either in the summer or signing in the January transfer window for a very low fee. But a team who won't be joining, according to this article at least, is going to be Tottenham. They're saying that Rabiot will not consider a move to Spurs because he considers the club below his level. Now I don't know how much truth there is to that, because obviously Tottenham are a fantastic team and they're going places if Pochettino does stay, they keep hold of their main players. But for a player to say that, they never say it publicly, so they could just be making it up. Now we finished the page with 2 more confirmed deals. The very first player is a FIFA Ultimate Team legend, being Alexander Esvine. He's now joined Stuttgart from Hertha Berlin as a loan deal for the season with an option to buy. And for Ultimate Team purposes, I really hope we get a flashback Esvine at some point, because that card back on, was it FIFA 13 now? You had like him, Royce, and I forgot who the cam was it Draxler? It was insane. But then we have got Bruno Cesar going to Vasco da Gama in the Brazilian League from Sporting in Portugal, and that's a free transfer. And page number 3 starts off again with a confirmed transfer. This time it's going to Djilobodji. He'll join EA Guingamp in Ligue 1, just like Didier Ndong did yesterday from Sunderland, who technically was a free agent, as a short-term deal until the end of the season. Sunderland did manage to get £3 million in compensation from Guingamp, so I'm not sure if his transfer as well kind of adds anything to that, as I haven't made that public. And now, just like Esvine on the previous page, we have got a player that, in my opinion nowadays, at least for FIFA 18 and FIFA 19, he's considered a FIFA Ultimate Team icon or legend, that's Lozano. He did feature in the SS episode with an Everton badge, and a couple of people pointed out to me that I didn't actually speak about it, and the reason for that, I did speak about it in the commentary, but when I was editing it down, for some reason the audio cut out quite a bit, and it went all messed up. So for 20 or 30 seconds, when I was talking about Lozano and one player after him, I had to cut it out. But just to include it today, the story about Everton and Lozano, they are interested in him, but won't be spending more than £30 million to get him. And as for the Chelsea badge, according to Daily Express today, they're saying PSV Eindhoven forward Hirving Lozano is one of Chelsea manager Mauricio Sarri's top transfer targets. And if you were to pinpoint one area of Chelsea's team that, in my opinion at least, they need to improve on the most, I'd say it's the support for Eden Hazard up front, because currently I think he's playing as a striker, as a centre forward, whereas if he's out on the wing, like, they could get a proper striker in, and the likes of Pedro Willian I don't think they're as good as they used to be. So maybe signing players like Christian Pulisic, like Lozano, and then bringing in a top-class striker, it could definitely help them going forward. And now we have a pretty interesting one according to France Football. They said 27-year-old forward Cedric Bakambu has been approached by Valencia and Real Betis over a possible transfer this month. The former Villarreal striker joined Beijing Guoan last January for €74 million and has caused quite a splash, producing 19 goals and 6 assists in 23 CSL appearances. And the €74 million transfer fee, by the way, like half of that is technically a transfer fee itself going to Villarreal or the former club, and the other half of it does go to, I believe, grassroots level football in China. So it's a good way to even it out a little bit, and I think it's definitely good for the future of Chinese football. But basically, could be leaving the CSL after just 1 year being there and return back to Spanish football. We'll have to wait and see. And next up, we have got a confirmed transfer from the CSL, being Hernandez. A couple of FIFAs ago was a very good card with 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills, but now he's joined Sao Paulo in Brazil from Hebei China Fortune for a £2.7 million transfer fee. And next up, according to Paris United, they're saying PSG are the latest club to join a list of already ongoing clubs queuing up to sign Isco from Real Madrid. They also claim the PSG owner has met with Isco's father to discuss a possible move. Various reports claim that Real Madrid still want a fee in the region of £80 to £100 million for the player, who remains a key part of Luis Enrique's Spanish national team. And it finally says as of right now that other teams are interested in Manchester City, Manchester United and Chelsea. And one of PSG's main targets has been to win the Champions League, so with Isco providing likes of Mbappe, Neymar and Cavani, that could definitely be possible. And I'm pretty certain as of this January, there's a new rule coming in, if a player has played for one team previously in the Champions League, if they transfer again, they can play for a second one now. Like an example of that last year is Coutinho going to Barca from Liverpool. Because he already played for Liverpool in the Champions League that year, he couldn't then play for Barca. But now go on to the next page, and the first one again is also about Paris Saint-Germain, this time according to Corriere dello Sport. They're saying Paris Saint-Germain are ready to offer €80 million for Napoli's Allen. With Rabiot set to depart in the January transfer window or in the summer on a free, they're looking to strengthen their midfield, and some likes of Doucouré from Watford or Allen are definitely on the table. And now we have got one according to Tuta Mercato, very short and sweet, saying that Manchester United want to sign Roma centre-back Kostas Manolas. There were reports about a month or two ago suggesting they could also go for Koulibaly from Napoli, and they want around £100 million for him. And given how their centre-back problems are right now, not being too great, I imagine in the near future they will spend quite a bit on a centre-back. Either that, or they could wait until the summer and potentially get Pochettino from Spurs as a manager, and he could bring Toby Alderweireld with him because that £25 million release clause. A confirmed transfer is going to be Argentine midfielder Meza, going to Monterrey in the Mexican League. It's from Independiente for a fee of £11.8 million. One of the most exciting talents right now in world football is going to be De Jong, who currently plays for Ajax. According to Sport today, they're saying De Jong has agreed a 5-year deal with Barcelona, but now hope to negotiate a lower fee than £67.8 million that Ajax won for the 21-year-old midfielder. The rumours about De Jong are definitely ongoing because about 3 weeks ago, there were reports saying that PSG had definitely signed him for 75 mil, but it turns out that's not the case. And the final player on the page is going to be Mohamed Salah, and he was going to move away from Liverpool back in the summer very briefly, and according to Daily Star today, not too reliable to be honest, they're saying Real Madrid president Florentino Perez has returned to the idea of signing Mo Salah, who'll offer Marco Asensio to Liverpool as part of the deal. And next up we got on to one according to the Manchester Evening News. They said Man City have reportedly switched focus to Atletico Madrid ace Thomas Partey, and that's in search for a new holding midfielder. And the thing with City is that one of the most important and influential players is that someone goes under the radar a little bit, being Fernandinho. In a DM role, there's so much better with him than without him. But when he isn't fit enough to play or is like away for any other reason, Thomas Partey could be a very good option. Tele Madrid are saying Croatian midfielder Luka Modric has rejected a new contract at Real Madrid as he seeks to move away from the Bernabeu. Now if you go back to the summer transfer window, mainly during the World Cup and just after it, he's in to move to the Serie A and in particular to Inter Milan. And next up, one that featured yesterday is going to be Timo Werner. According to Bild in Germany, they're saying Leipzig want to renew Timo Werner's contract which expires in 2 years time or 1 year's time now in 2020. But he is now hesitating as he's ready to make the next step in his career, and if he rejects a Leipzig offer for a contract, Liverpool are definitely watching him. And realistically, they say a bid around €40 million, which is £36 million could be accepted. I mean, 1 year left his contract, it could be possible, but still, it seems a bit low. But don't forget, there's a lot of interest there, not just from Liverpool, like the Bayern, Atletico, definitely keep an eye on him. And a confirmed deal is going to Muriel going to Fiorentina in the Serie A. It's from Sevilla as a loan deal with an option to buy. And now we have an interesting one according to Bleacher Report. They said Mauricio Sarri is desperate to boost his attacking options this month as keen for a club to land Gonzalo Higuain. But the deal does appear to be very complicated because according to reports in Italy, AC Milan have very little interest in getting Alvaro Morata from Chelsea as a replacement for Higuain. And it then goes on to state that even on loan, it wouldn't be good enough for AC Milan as of right now, not too convinced by the Spaniard. So Chelsea therefore are exploring alternatives to Higuain, and according to Bleacher Report again, Arnautovic from West Ham is on the radar. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed transfers, make sure to show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome, greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press that subscribe button for more and press the bell notifications next to it so never miss a video. And the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time's brand new transfer video, so again keep an eye out for that. And finally, in the comment section below, what was the best summer transfer from last year? Leave it down below. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.